Hey everybody, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. Okay, so I spent half of my day going through the interviews that he did with Candace at the swimming hole. And then they went to the house. He did a walkthrough of the house and her day, that entire day. And then I got halfway through the interview that he did with Allie, Leslie, Grandma, and Hunter. Okay, but right now I just want to talk about the walkthrough through the house. Now, the first thing that I will say is, I do not think it's fair to judge people based off of what they have or lack thereof. Like, I don't automatically think because the appearance of this house would appear that these people didn't have a lot of money. Now, does that automatically make them bad people? No, it doesn't. So, let's not jump the gun and look at it that way, okay? So then we're going through the house. She's taking us through her day and what happened to Summer. Now, the one thing I will notice, or the one thing I did notice and I really wanted to bring up, and again, this is just my opinion, this is just my take from watching it, was that the boys seemed to have a lot more than Summer did. Like, the boys had dirt bikes, the boys had outside things to do, they had all the video games and the TVs inside. And then when she went in to show Summer's room and the toys that she had like little bracelets and like little figurine little characters. And like that was it. That was like pretty much all the toys that were in her room. So that's one thing that stands out in my mind, is it seems that the boys were, at least when it comes to having things, the boys had more than Summer did. Okay? Now, with it being said about her not, the family appearing to not have a lot of money and their house being in a rough condition, I will say that having Summer's room all the way down in the basement is, I think, really kind of weird and kind of telling, because I would think if you had all three boys who were older and the oldest boy was 12 years old, I would think that you would more likely have their room down there than to have your 5-year-old daughter's room way down in the basement. Which, when they walked down those stairs, it looked like you had to go under the counter and down the stairs, which was super strange to me. And it's like, that's your daughter's room. It's kind of reminded me, like, we got to go down to the dungeon. Okay? And I'm just giving you my take on walking through this house. So, it does seem to be that the boys were favored over Summer. Now, with all that being said, I did catch part of the interview with Allie, who had said that when Candace and Don found out they were pregnant with Summer, they were supposed to hand the baby over to Candace's mom to raise because it was a girl, and they just wanted boys. Now, she said this in the interview with the interview room. Now, I mean, that's hearsay, nobody, I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, it would go in and tie into, them favoring the boys over the girl. I mean, honestly, I saw, watching this whole thing raised a lot of flags for me. It really did. But to be fair and to be objective, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper and find, go through more stuff before I cast judgment. Or not, I don't even want to say judgment, before I cast my opinion on what I think. Because judgment isn't my place, it's not your place, it's not anybody's place. That'll happen. And, there's only one guy that does the judging, and that's God. So, but I just want to, before I tell you my perceptions and my opinions, I want to do a little bit more research just to be on the fair side. With all that being said, like I said, there's a lot of red flags came up for me. It raised a lot of questions for me watching the interview and her taking us through the day and how that all unfolded and happened. I have a lot of questions about that. Just a lot of it, doesn't make any sense when you pick it apart, or it just stands out as weird, or something is off. I'll just say something is off. But it, you know, and I also think about how her head was shaved, and she had like no hair. And it, you know, I think about this, like 5-year-old girls, you know, you want to have long, pretty hair, like a princess. You know what I mean? And Candace said she was into princesses, so it would make sense. And unless, you know, and I said this, unless, and I don't know the reason for her getting her head shaved. I know some people use it as punishment. It could have been like a head lice thing, like, you know, extreme for head lice, I would say, because you could just buy the shampoo, but it could happen. It's a possibility. But I just think about all these things, and Candace herself seems, you know, more towards the boys than she does her daughter. Like, it seems like she would get along better with the boys than she would her daughter. You know what I mean? And then that's just how I took it. But yeah, I just wanted to say those few things. They just really stick out in my mind at this point. So, but like I said, I will do more digging. I will watch more stuff, and I will, you know, bring to you guys what stands out to me. So please hit that thumbs up. Please consider subbing to the channel, and please consider becoming a member if you have not already done so. We would love to have you. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Keep spreading that light, and I will see you guys next time. And please leave your thoughts down in the comments